Okay, so chapter 7 is regarding the managing project risk. Okay, so for the revision, saya akan buat sampai chapter 7 saja ya, sebab chapter 8, 9, 10 tu semua baru je kita belajar. Okay, tapi tengoklah apa kalau ada keperluan ke macam mana. Okay, for the chapter 7 is about how we can manage the project risk. So the first thing that we need to know on how we can describe the project risk management and the planning framework. Okay, apply risk identification tool. Okay, what are the identification tools that can be used, and understand the cause, effects, and integrative nature of project risk. So there are several qualitative and quantitative analysis technique. Describe the various risk strategy, the insurance, avoidance, and mitigation. Describe the risk monitoring and control, and the last one, the risk evaluation in terms of how the entire risk management process should be evaluated. Okay, so these are the common mistake. Okay, the first one because of we don't and not understanding the benefits of risk management. Okay, so this is actually we need to predict, or we need to prepare if there's a risk that might happen, and how we can overcome or control the risk. Okay, the second one is not providing adequate time for risk management. And the third one, not identifying and assessing risk using a standardized approach. Okay, so effective and successful risk management, commitment from stakeholders responsibility, and different risks for different types of project. We need to understand even though we are doing the same, let's say the same project from just different organization, but still we need to take into consideration there must be a different risk for different project or different organization. Okay, so what is risk? Okay, uncertain event or condition has positive or negative effect. Okay, so it will affect the scope, the schedule, cost, and the quality of the project. Okay, and the rest of the this chapter, we're talking about how we can understand the project risk management process. Start dengan we create the risk plan, we identify the risk, we analyze, develop, okay, monitor, and respond. Okay, so the first one is we create the risk plan. Okay, risk management. Okay, we have the systematic preparation and planning that can help to minimize the effect. Okay, so the next one, we identify the risk. Tengoklah semua possible, kita kata possible direction on how the risk can come in. Okay, and then identify the risk. We can use the risk identification tool and technique. For example, the learning cycle, brainstorming, nominal group technique, Delphi technique, interview, checklist, SWOT analysis, cause and effect, as well as we look at the past project. Okay, so then for each of the technique tu, ada explanation. Okay, nominal group technique macam mana? Saya dah highlight dah ni, so you just read sekali lalu lagi sekali. Okay, and then checklist. Okay, we have list of term or things or possible kita kata risk that might happen, then you do the checklist. Okay, yang mana dah okay ke belum. And then we have the SWOT analysis. Okay, So SWOT analysis ni you akan jumpa dia sentiasa bila you belajar tentang this kind of subject. Okay, because of SWOT analysis tu, we want to identify the threat and opportunities as well as strength and weaknesses. So SWOT to come from strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threat. Okay, the next one, cause and effect diagram, the fishbone diagram or Ishikawa diagram. Okay, so this is used to analyze the cause of poor quality in manufacturing system previously. Okay, and the next one, the step number 3, how we can analyze the risk. So the formula adalah risk equals to probability times impact. Okay, so kita perlu tengok in term of the stakeholders as well as not all of the risk tu memang kita perlu respond. Kita tengok the priority. Okay, how we can analyze, it can be through expected value and payoff table, decision tree, risk impact table and ranking, and touchless risk classification. Kita tengok. Okay, expected value and payoff table. Okay, these are the project and these are the probability that what might happen. Okay, and tadi ada mention that project completed on time tu possibility dia memang 50% akan siap. So another 50% lagi it can be completed earlier than expected, 20 days earlier or 10 days earlier than the ni, ataupun it can be late. Okay, so these are the calculation and we have the expected value. Okay, so ini sebenarnya times lah. 5% times 200, then we'll get 10 ringgit. Okay, decision tree. Kalau kita buat contohnya system testing, full testing and limited testing. So kalau full, macam mana possibility dia, and kalau limited testing macam mana. And then we do the calculation based on the percent that we estimate. Okay, and then a risk impact table, we have the probability time dengan impact. So tadi formula dia kan risk equivalent to probability time impact. So kita akan dapat ni. And after that we rank dia punya impact tu. Okay. Jadi then we rank. So from this we can see that inilah yang paling paling tinggi dia punya risiko dia. Okay, and then we analyze the risk in term of quantitative. Yang tadi qualitative Okay, through binomial probability distribution 50-50. Okay, we can also look at in term of the distribution. So normally normal distribution memang macam ni lah. Okay, so ada juga kadang-kadang kita akan tengok dia tak balance. Okay, then normally this one dia akan melibatkan statistical punya nak kata normally biasanya memang akan melibatkan statistical punya calculation. Okay, so normal distribution biasa macam ni lah, standard deviation saya dah explain dah itu, and dia punya plus minus of the mean, the plus minus standard deviation of mean. Okay, and PERT distribution. Okay, PERT mean, ini kalau ingat previous chapter ada that we calculate for the critical path. Okay, optimistic estimate, most likely and pessimistic. Okay, this is the PERT distribution, triangular distribution. Okay, we can also use the simulation, the Monte Carlo simulation. Okay, you boleh baca detail lah tentang Monte Carlo simulation ni kalau you dah belajar dekat subjek statistik. Setiap saya ada tajuk ni, Monte Carlo ni. Okay, this is sensitive analysis. Okay, the step number 4, remember that we have 6 steps. So dalam 6 steps tu ada lagi anak-anak dia. So kalau you baca and look at this slide betul-betul, you should be able to understand that dalam risk, how we can identify the risk, how we can analyze the risk, ada teknik-teknik dia. Okay, develop the risk strategies. Okay, exploitation, sharing ownership or acceptance. Okay, and we can either accept or ignore, avoid, mitigate or transfer the risk, how we can handle the risk. Okay, so we also have to monitor and control the risk. We have the risk audit. So external to project team, there's one team yang akan datang and look and evaluate or audit lah dia panggil term dia, the project. Okay, review and they can have the status meeting and reports. So this is how we can respond and respond to the risk. Okay, so we have the risk, apa yang trigger, owner dia, respond and resources required. So this is can be said as format untuk report the risk. Okay, so we also have the term that lesson learned and best practice. Okay, lesson learned normally kalau kita buat something and we have kita kata tak berjaya ke, tak mencapai standard yang sepatutnya, okay, so apa yang kita boleh belajar daripada apa yang kita dah buat tu. Okay, so best practice, kita buat jadi okay, so apa best practice dia? So that when we state it clearly, so the next project ataupun orang lain boleh jadikan our lesson learned and best practice ni sebagai panduan. Oh, diorang pernah buat dah, guna yang ni. Okay, this is the best practice that can be used to make sure the project that being developed can be completed within the time given. Contoh. Okay, so we learn from our experience so that others may not have to repeat our mistake. Okay, that's namanya dekat lesson learn. Okay, habis untuk chapter 7.